Today we're not going to build, we're going to do a catalog again. We're going to do the catalog of 1996. Yes, and then it's always starting, of course, with Duplo. And then it says bouwdozen, which means building sets, which is relevant for every LEGO set, right? And this kid is very happy, of course, because he had a lot of trains around him. Freestyle. This is just like LEGO Basic. They actually rebranded it back. Belville. Paradisa. I really wanted just to have some pink bricks. Miniland. Rebranded it back. Rebranded it. Hello, this is Timo and this is another video of my project where I'm talking and building my old LEGO. Today we're not going to build, we're going to do a catalog again. A catalog from the 90s. We're going to do the catalog of 1996, as it is in front of me. 1996, that's like almost 30 years ago. That was the year after I quit with playing with LEGO. So I don't have any of those sets. I mean, the sets that were new in this catalog. Yeah, so maybe it's also a bit a surprise for me what came after, just after I left. Just for the people that didn't watch previous videos or don't know the story that I already told, that I'm from Holland and that's why this catalog is in the Dutch language. And yeah, let's just start with the front. The front is nice, but as we also saw with the 1999 catalog, there's, I think, more and more computer animations involved in it. And here it's still, I think, fine. So I guess what we see here is a bit what we can expect inside in the catalog. And what I see is there's like a cowboy team, a Western team, and I knew that actually there was a Western team, but I don't know a lot about it, and maybe that was actually new in 1996. Then I see like a LEGO Technic Space shuttle, also looks nice. And there's like a kind of a weird vehicle in the middle, which I cannot really identify as what it is exactly. But yeah, let's just go to the first page. And the first page, yeah, like all the LEGO catalogs, is just always introducing the thing. It's not anymore with an entire family with different ages. There's just now one kid. And I mean, there's also like a little picture of a smaller kid for the Duplo thing. But this kid is basically playing now all alone with all the sets all together, all the teams. And yeah. And then this page, okay, this vehicle, I think it was also on the front, right? No, it's a different vehicle. But on this one, this vehicle is just showing, I guess, of every team, some familiar parts, I think, that are used, I guess. I mean, it's too much text now for reading, so I'm just assuming that. Yes, and then it's always starting, of course, with the little toddlers, with the little babies, and the Duplo. And then I see on that year, actually, it was also like Primo or Primo. This is another kind of Duplo with actually bigger studs. So those studs are actually, because here it's explained actually, those studs are actually double size, kind of. Okay, I didn't know that. So this is a kind of Duplo with even bigger studs for the very young ones to already start learning building. This is a very new thing for me. I never knew that there was the Duplo system like this. And now I also get this branding, it's Primo. Okay, you see, I get just surprised. I didn't open this catalog for the last probably 30 years also. So, okay, interesting, Primo. And then it says bouwdozen, which means building sets, which I assume is relevant for every LEGO set, right? And Duplo set. But okay. So this is a real classical Duplo. That thing before was like an, yeah, something I didn't know about. But this is still this typically 90s setting. Also the haircuts and the fashion. And that's very interesting how that changed over the time. And those are actually those boxes that you also have with LEGO Basic later on. It's the same kind of boxes, but they're like a different color. And still very organized catalog. Like all the sets have their own, I said it, like square. And nowadays the LEGO catalog is just 2025 is just in my opinion a big mess. You don't even know which exactly what is the sets and whatnot, you know. So I like it that it was I liked it how it was back then. This is for 1/2 year till 5 years. Okay. And there's even a table. There's even a table, a Duplo table. I didn't know that it was existing. Interesting. Like I did with the other old catalogs, to give you a reference about what was that year about, I just mentioned a couple of major news events. Starting in February, I found the first event that was worth it to mention. February 27, 1996, the first Pokémon game was released. I am totally out of this thing. I don't know anything about Pokémon. Well, I know a bit how it looks like, but I never catched it. I never got it. What was so nice about this? But most people know it became a giant thing, this Pokémon, and maybe that's why I also didn't like it, because it got a bit annoying. It was everywhere. But yeah, February 27, the first game, Pokémon game, was released. And then it all started for the Pokémon fans that are watching now. Then you have some nice fact. Then we continue with Duplo, and then we see a farm. Nice set, I think, for these kids. Apartment building, a house. Yeah, all new. This was all new in 1996. But also the older sets, like a zoo with a lot of animals, and like a safari, and another zoo. Yeah, very nice. Very complete set. Basically every set is just a set on itself. If a kid will get it from their birthday or something, then yeah, the kid will be just happy and be able to play a lot with it. Yeah, continue. More Duplo. There's a police station, a bit minimalistic, I think, this police station is. But maybe this is also the year that this thing started, that the sets got very small. I put this in the description. I will put the video of that I did about the 1999 catalog, which was quite shocking. So there was this time, end of the 90s, I think, that the Lego company didn't do well. It was almost bankrupt, I think, or it was already bankrupt. I don't know. And maybe this is already 1996. It's already starting, because this catalog is also a bit thinner than the previous catalogs. So, and also the sets, they got really bad in 1999. And maybe also with this Duplo set, it's also started already. It's just a wall. It's not really a police station. This fire station looks better, actually. And again, this is this 90s fashion with this. I think he's wearing the same as this archaeologist, like this dinosaur guy from Jurassic Park, the one with the raptor nail. Let's go to the next page. Trains. That's something I always like. Yeah, and I see this is these are the new Duplo trains, because I remember there was first like a system with black tracks, And then there was a system with these gray tracks. And then they also introduced this motorized terrain with batteries. And then you also needed to have different switches, because before the old switches of Duplo, you could not really decide where the train is going. So yeah. And this kid is very happy, of course, because he had a lot of trains around him. That was something I would have wished as a kid. No, I also had some trains around me, but not that much. Yeah. Dollhouse? No, it's called Playhouse. Yes, and this is the thing. This is like, again, this is was in the 90s still a thing that you have toys for girls and toys for boys? And I guess nowadays, I mean, girls and boys, you still have, girls maybe still like more horses, and guys are more interested in, for example, construction vehicles. But back then it was really like, they were really pushed in a specific direction, like girls and boys and pink, and yeah. But it looks nice. And I hope also some guys, some boys felt okay with playing with it, because why not, right? Tulo. I think this is the way you pronounce it, actually, because we saw it before in another catalog, but actually just from Tulo, right? So tools, so it's like Tulo. And actually I'm surprised, because I thought there was a short-lived theme of Duplo, but it actually has new sets here. But of course, 95 I left this Lego thing, so I don't know actually what happened after. For me, everything from 1995 till 2020 or something is just totally unknown what happened to Lego. I know that there was a kind of like, it went almost bankrupt, and then it was booming, I think, with the Lego movie. But everything in between, I just don't know about what happened there. And this was just like a kind of Lego Technic for Duplo, so Lego Duplo Technic probably, right? For 3 till 6 years olds. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Freestyle. And as I see, this is just like Lego Basic. They just rebranded it, but it's interesting because they actually rebranded it back. So rebranded it back, rebranded it, because in 2025 catalog, I'm sure there was Lego Basic again. So, and it's exactly the same thing, like these boxes that we saw already before in the beginning of the Duplo, but then in a red color. But yeah, this is very freestyle, this design. I don't like it. It's too messy. There's another freestyle page. Very messy again. Boxes are just, okay, orientated in a very weird angle. Yes, and this is of course just the base plates and everything. And boxes with extra bricks, sets with extra bricks. And there's this table again we saw in the beginning. I guess it's just multifunctional also. You can use it for Duplo and Lego both. Okay. Belville. Yeah, there was like a weird theme. And I'm surprised again that, because I also thought it was a short-lived theme, but I see all new sets here. And they had really weird minifigures. And actually now when I see these minifigures, these Belleville figures, maybe this is actually France. Maybe this was later on rebranded to France. If people know this, they can write it down in the comments. Because this is an interesting thing. Maybe this is just France. And yeah, really, really, for that time, actually, because there was only like 5 or 6 colors back then in Lego, and then you had all these weird colors suddenly popping up. Yeah. And again, yes, for girls, so I don't like it that you too much focus only on one side and not just have like toys for everyone, for girls and boys, you know. But yeah, it was just like in the 90s, like a very thing that it was just still very separated. And then we have Paradisa, and it's the same story. And actually I bought this set because so there were like very limited amount of colors in Lego, and then they introduced pink with, I think, with Paradisa. And I really wanted just to have some pink bricks because I was just curious about this color. And then I bought the set, and I was actually a bit ashamed of it for it, you know, that I was buying it. Stupid, you know. And it's just like this theme is just basically Lego City, which is called actually here Miniland, but then pink and a bit green, and a very nice theme, like on the beach and everything, you know. So yeah, Miniland. And before we go to Miniland, the next major event, March 25th, the 68th Academy Awards were hosted by Whoopi Goldberg. I tried to find positive things that happened in 1996, but it was difficult to find. There were a lot of plane crashes, a lot of boats that sunk, wars, disasters, terrorist attacks. I don't know. 1996 seemed to be quite disastrous year. I used Wikipedia to see which things were interesting in 1996. But yeah, so I'm a bit limited with major news events in this catalog. Miniland. Okay. Spare time, free time, and then we have, yeah, okay. It's interesting how they actually mix those teams, like this girl team and Lego City, Miniland. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Miniland, Lego City. So I'm trying to see if it was already going downwards, Lego, with the sets and everything. 1999, what I mentioned already, was quite bad, you know, with sets. I mean, yeah, they still look okay. I mean, there was a racing circuit in the earlier 90s or 80s, I think. There was like triple size of this, but of course, okay. It still looked fine, and of course Octon was a big thing. That started probably like three years earlier, right? In 1993 or 1992, I think it started, Octon. And they also started with doing this, I think we already started in the previous year, 1994 we already did, that they have these comics inside. Yeah. Okay. More Lego City, Miniland. Aha, this is something I actually liked. I don't have any sets of this. No, I have this two smaller sets of this Lego City Space. And this was a different kind of Lego space than the Lego space, because it was actually a bit like the more realistic space stuff based on NASA, of course. But this looks actually like a really nice set. I actually forgot about that set. It was not released in 1996, but it was still available. There's also like a nice set, like a lifeguard set. For some reason, Lego had a lot of lifeguard sets, but not a lot of hospital sets. So it's also something interesting. A police station that is actually not that small. I just did this Central Precinct headquarter set video. I did a review recently, and I thought that was actually one of the biggest LEGO police station sets, but actually this one looks also quite big. Yeah. Okay. Airport, quite nice with a lot of stuff. 2 airplanes. Or one helicopter thing. And I always loved, and I don't have any of them, I always loved those palm trees. Yeah. But there's a lot of NASA stuff here. Like space shuttle, another space shuttle with these planes, you know, when a space shuttle is going on the plane to be transported, right? But I only have this small little tiny sets. Yeah. And there is a beach set, and it could also have been part of Paradisa. Just different colors. Yeah. Okay. All right. And I think this is the moment to wrap it, because I think it's better to have this video in 2 parts. We can quickly do this side because it's still part of the mini land, the Lego City. Base plates set with all kind of green stuff, and this construction vehicles. Yeah, it's a bit strange how they put it just on a small spot. There's even like 4 new sets. No, 3 sets. Okay, and before we continue here, we'll just wrap it. Like I said, I prefer to have like a bit like shorter videos, and yeah, then you can still watch the second part as soon as it's released. Yeah, let's close it, and then with the cover in front of us, we wrap this video. Yeah, there were already some surprises in this catalog, but I think there will be more surprises in the next part, the second part of this video, of this catalog, coming next week. Until that time, you can watch, it will probably pop up here, a playlist with some other, probably some other catalog videos. I think I will do that. I wish you a wonderful day. See you soon. Goodbye.